Alright, I'm inside the Visual Studio Code. In this video, we're going to see the loader in action. So we're going to make a small delay in our API request and we're going to see that loader in our web page. So if you go to the booklist.component.ts file, we have this process paginate method, and inside this method we are going to call the hide method. So what I'll do is I'm going to cut the entire code and I'm going to paste it inside the set timeout method. So we're going to call a set timeout method, and to this method we are going to pass the arrow function, and we're going to make a delay for 3 seconds. So let's pass 3000, and inside this method we are going to paste the code which we have copied. Let's save this, and if you take a look at the browser, we should expect the loader in our web page. But for some reasons the loader is not displaying, which means something went wrong with our code. So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code and see what we have written. And if you go to the bookread.component.html, and okay, it's just a typo error. It should be RGBA, it's not RDBA. So let's change this to RGBA and we should expect the loader. As you can see, the loader and the text which we have added in our paragraph, please wait. Okay, so if you go to the root of the application, and you can see the loader. So this loader is applicable throughout your application. So even if you go to the categories tab, so let's go to the other categories and you can see the loader. Okay, so the loader will applicable throughout for your application. For now we have added for 3 seconds, so let's change this to 1 second. Let's pass 1000, and if you take a look at the browser, so there is a delay for 1 second. Okay, so this loader, as I said, it will be applicable for throughout your application. Even if you navigate to the other page, you can see the loader. Okay, so but there is one small change in this. If you go to the root of the application, you can see in the background it is displaying a message, no books found. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove that. Let's go to the Visual Studio Code, and if you go to the bookread.component.html, if you scroll down, we have this div, no books found, and we're adding a condition, books length is equal to 0, which means we are displaying that no books found only if the length is 0. And I'm going to add up one more condition if there is no books at all. Okay, we're going to add a not condition. Okay, with that we are not able to see that message when the loader is loading. Okay, but there is one more thing. Whenever you go to the when the loader is loading in the background, the pagination and the page size drop down is displaying. So let's go ahead and remove that as well. Okay, that should be display only whenever we have the more than 0 records. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix that as well. So we have this row. Inside the row we have a drop down list as well as the pagination. So I'm going to wrap that inside one more div. And I'm going to add a condition, so that should be display, like the pagination and the drop down should be display if the book's length is greater than 0. So we're going to make use of the safe navigation operator to avoid the exceptions. So let's paste the code and now save the file. If you take a look at the browser, you can see now when the loader is loading, there is no pagination and the drop down list in the background. So that's all about this video. Before we wrap up, I would like to show you one more thing. So right now the loader what we have added is the default one. So if you take a look at the browser, you can see it is rotating one. It's the default one I have used. So if you go to the documentation, there are tons and tons of loaders are available. If you go to the documentation, and there is a website called Load Awesome. If you go to that website, you will see many number of loaders. You can use whichever you want, like whichever suits for your requirement. You can go ahead and use that. You just have to grab the type of the loader and have to add it in our ngx spinner selector. Okay, you can see you have a bunch of options. You just have to grab this CSS and you have to add it in your application. So by that you can customize the loaders however you want. Even if you if you don't want to use these loaders, if you want to use any kind of GIF, and you can use that as well by adding a template that is also available. So you can customize however you want. It's a nice one to have in your application. Go ahead and add this to your application. Last but not the least, let's go ahead and remove that set timeout. We don't want to add that set timeout because that's a bad idea. I just added just to demonstrate the loader. Okay, so go ahead and remove the set timeout. So with this in place, if you take a look at the browser, we're not able to see the loader, but whenever there is a delay in our API requests, definitely we should see the loader. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please share our videos with your friends and colleagues. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.